Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So we've got quite a few things, few deals to go over this evening. A few announcements towards the end, as usual. Stay tuned for those towards the end, and then some stuff we're working on. So a lot of opportunities are coming up, even more opportunities. We're always working on something, always connecting, always networking. You got to remember that you can't ease off the networking part. You can have so many deals at one time. It seems sometimes like it's an overload. It's like so many things are happening, but that's good being busy. If you're being productive, don't be found being busy, just being busy. But if you're being productive, deals are coming, sales are happening. I mean, you have a great problem. But what will happen as well is that you hit those little areas where not so many deals are coming in, not so many people are selling. You gotta think of those things. That's when you pivot. You got to focus obviously on things that will happen. And throughout the year, we typically can see where the most people will sell, most people will buy, most people will settle down. It's just a mixture. You got to pay attention to the market. You got to pay attention to the time of year that it is. Okay, so it's summer's coming up now. So most people are not going to sell right now because quotations, the kids need to get out of school first. But as soon as summer hits, and they're out of school, you have deals everywhere. That's common each and every year. So it's and then come August, everybody wants to buy again. It's like a sell buy. So just focusing on that, pivoting, paying attention to the numbers, the markets. What people are doing is, as Warren Buffett would say, is do the opposite. You do the opposite and definitely try to stay above that. But a lot of deals are coming available. Even so, we got a community. We have this community that I'm going to talk about here in a few minutes. Um, we had to let it go for permits, inspections. The counties, one of those counties that were not approving anything we wanted to do. Yeah, and I mean, we pitched them every week. I mean, I'm talking emails, letters, and it was just not happening. So we did ease off of that, but now some rules have changed. Opportunities have opened up, and here we are again. Got it locked up, and we are ready to talk about those investments as well. So we'll be pitching deals here in a few minutes. I got a story to tell y'all about a drug dealer taking over one of my mobile homes. So we'll get into that as well. So Saturday morning, I was supposed to have a contractor this evening join me on this call, and I'm talking about a Zoom on the background, but he is busy rehabbing one of my mobile homes, and I'm not going to slow him down from that. When he says, Jay, I'm busy, I'm trying to get ahead, by all means, keep going. We'll hold that call for another day. So right now we're thinking about Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Saturday coming up. We'll have him on here. He's going to be talking about breakdowns of rehabs, material, that sort of thing. We're working on a lot of time. It's always upgrading. How can we make a product or service better? How can we add more value? And one of the things that we struggle upon now is mobile homes. Well, when it comes to water heaters, some have gas heaters, some have it under the home, some have it, some don't have a water heater. It's been gone for years. And it's like we're running through the same issue of depending on the area where the mobile home might have it, it could be a small compartment. We can't fit a full size one, but you don't want to put something too small. There's not enough hot water. You're running into these things. So we researched, did a lot of homework on tankless water heaters. And as of today, we have installed our very first tankless water heater inside one of the mobile homes. Go check out our Instagram or Reels, and you'll see a video of. Obviously, they're going to dress up the room, but it is. I mean, the amount of space that it's able to open up, it's unreal. I mean, why have we not been doing this? And the thing is, they're half the price, so that's a win already. Half the price. You don't run out of hot water. The bill is lower. I mean, all I see is win, win, win. That's the way to go. And think about from a selling standpoint. When I think about selling a mobile home and what a buyer will think, it's like, why should they buy this from me? I want to give them those edges of brand new roof, brand new decks, brand new skirting, all new electrical, all new plumbing, brand new tankless water heater. That goes in that list, that category. Those are selling standpoints that obviously make you stick out. So, a lot of things on that as well. But let's go ahead and jump onto the deals. Saturday morning, we'll have them on here, 10 a.m. That's the weekly check-in call. And we can have them talk about that tankless water heater and a lot of other stuff he's working on as well. So bear with me one second. Ooh, still battling. I think it's a cold. Might just be sinus. I think it's a cold. Ain't slowing us down though. All right, go ahead and turn the camera over. You know how we do this. I'll keep on saying it. I will. One day I'll connect this to my Zoom and y'all can just see it. But for now, this gets the message across. If you do not have our spreadsheet, I've had probably 10 different people email me this week alone. Hey, can I get an update of the spreadsheet? Guys, we don't do different spreadsheets unless we think something is encrypted or spam or something has happened. We don't change the spreadsheet. So the same link you get one time, unless we tell you otherwise, it's the same link over and over. We just update that list. Each and every time when you open it up, you are seeing the latest of what's there. So do that once a week if you can. But all right, new deals. Dublin, we have another move-in ready coming in. We got a couple new ones that have hit our spreadsheet that need to be moved. One of them can stay or can be moved, but it's a great opportunity either way. My suggestion being the community, lot rents are higher now, a little more strict rules, regulations. It went from mom and pop to now a massive park, and it's more corporate owned. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Take it to another community where it is easier to invest in, and do your thing there. But that is up to y'all. So I'm going to start with the first one on, where is my sheet? Moultrie. We'll go to Moultrie, which Moultrie, Georgia. That's, if you're looking on the map, you are headed south, Georgia. Okay, south. I think you got past Perry, Tifton. You got those areas, and here's one of them. But beautiful mobile home. It's a 98 model, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 14 by 68. It's added up to 14 by 70. That's the size of it. Pitched roof, and my favorite, metal on metal. I'm not going to go over why it's my favorite. All of you should already watch my videos enough to know why I like metal on metal. So that's what we're looking at. So beautiful home. It is available as of June the 1st. So have a few weeks. But hey, if you're interested in something like this now, you know of a buyer, you can always connect us with them. We can start the paperwork and just make the closing for June 1st, if you will. So everything else is in check. As you can see, the skirting has already been pulled off. We will have some interior pictures coming as well, so you can see those. The people are currently vacating, so obviously you don't want to go into their privacy and start taking pictures of all their furniture and stuff. We're pretty respectful when it comes to something like this. So, but overall, from what I've seen, is the mobile home needs nothing. It's a good cleanup, TLC maybe. So, just one of those kind of things. Are asking 15 or best offer. That number can definitely come down some. But again, this one that needs to be moved. So perhaps, of a park owner, park operator, or manager, connect us with them and get you a referral at minimum. Okay. And then we have another one also that's even newer than that. This one is inside the community I'm talking about. It is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It's the best investment. Okay. Not metal on metal, but a lot of people like this newer, if you will, more modern vinyl siding, shingle roof. They definitely are nicer looking first to feel, but it ain't as nice when it comes to rehab. So keep that in mind. And don't let me discourage you. I mean, all of them could be a good investment. It just depends on your exit strategy. Make sure you get that set up. But 3 bed, 2 bath, those sell for the most, those rent for the most. It is a 2000 model, 14 by 72, wood round low to 70, has a brand new central heat air HVAC, so that comes with it as well. This one is in a community. Like I said, it can stay there in the community. We got more interior pictures coming on as well, but lot rent is $425 if you decide to keep it there. We do have a few units in this community as well. We're just not pushing to get a lot more to keep there. And again, because of lot rent. This community, when we started, the lot rent was $285. That was about 3 years ago. Today, the lot rent is $425. And from my understanding, it's supposed to go up to $450, $25 more by the end of summer. So, and you think, well, what's $25 more? It's not so much that it's $25 more, but the fact that it's steady climbing. So now those numbers. The higher the lot rent goes up, the more it affects your RTOs, lease options, rentals. The profits you can collect are shrinking. They're diminishing. Because remember, if the rental rates are not keeping up with the lot rents, that's where you get a problem. Lot rents are too high, rental rates are too low. Now your spread is $100 a month. That's not so much of a good investment, right? So just, keep in mind, but good wholesale, good flips, good connecting. You can always do those in here as well. Okay. Get two. All right. So these are the ones that we got shut down many months ago. I want to say it was right about a year ago. And it's just the county, this is in a very hot area, which is why we even approached it to begin with, down in Warner Robins. It's a small community. It's off the main highways. It is minutes from major grocery stores, restaurants, that sort of thing. So it's very convenient to everything. No doubt these will sell quickly. We are going to keep quite a few, if not most of them. We'll see. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that. And I happen to have many contractors in this area, so that helps out a lot. Connections. I'm telling you, connect, because you never know. You got to have backup, and then a backup for that backup. So, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. The majority of the mobile homes are smaller, 2 bed, 1 bath, or 2 2s. So, these are more like 14 by 60s, 14 by 65, just smaller of a unit, older units, of course. But let me just go over through some of the pictures. So, rental rates got listed at 650. I will probably push that to 675, give or take. And that's rental rate. If you're doing a lease option, I would definitely put that around 725. Okay, probably a little bit more, just again depends. But some need more work than others, but there's nothing extreme that's happening with these mobile homes that I've seen. If a roof is caving in, that sort of thing, we're not going to keep something like that, of course. Metal on metal. So all these are going to be the same number when it comes to lot rent, which is $300 a month. Um, 2 bed, 1 bath again on this one. And again, and look at the prices. That's what I want you to focus on. When I'm talking about giving you opportunities, here is the numbers that a lot of people have asking. I get that a lot. Jay, why are your mobile homes going up more and more? Market numbers. Markets are going up, up, up. We're not selling these mobile homes ARVs like we used to a year ago or 2 years ago. 18,000, 19,500, maybe 20,000 on a good day. We are selling ARVs for 24, 25, 26,000. We just closed on another one in Griffin for 27,000. So the numbers are there. You may be higher invested in, but the return is also higher. So that makes up the difference there. Okay. The market numbers are definitely keeping up with the inflation we're having to do on our end. So, but these right here, I know we're asking anywhere from 25 to, I think the most we're asking for one of them is 4,000. So, I mean, that leaves a lot of room for rehab, for material, for holding, for that, it goes all back in. These are homes that I can definitely see a few of these units being all in if you do your homework right. And if you hire the right contractor, right material, I don't see you exceeding 6,000 all in. So, again, that's a great number. And if turn around and resell, ARVs 18K minimum. And it's because of the area. I would definitely push that number a little bit higher because of the demand you're going to have. But there's going to be a lot of that here. So let me go to a few of these little pictures. This one has carpet. Anybody buys this one? I want that carpet out of there. We can use that. I don't even like carpet, but I'll use it if it's a brand new roll. Next one. Okay. Number 3. I think the numbers are correct. Another 2 bedroom, 1 bath, same numbers. I'm not going to go over the lot rent. It's going to be the same thing. Lot rent is $300 a month. It includes water, ARV 18K. Again, if it has an extra bedroom, an extra bathroom, we might slightly go up, increase on it, but overall it's going to be pretty similar. So, but metal on metal, that's what you're looking at. So brand new breaker box panel, that's what you want to see. Definitely checks out. And this one here is nothing more than a mess. You're just coming in to clean up. So, this, I better not hear anybody talking about how much work this one has. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Staple this back up, put a piece of trim, and you're good. Go to the next side. Do the same thing. So, I mean, look at this in real lumber from what I can see. I know y'all can't see very good on the screen, but look at this on your own time. Pull up the spreadsheet, take your time, review it, just, and for some of you that are new, you're always thinking about where can I get pictures of mobile homes to study, to do some homework. We got a spreadsheet full of deals. You can spend all day just looking at them, trying to decipher, well, what is the budget for this? How much material do you think I could take on this? Okay, so, and then come on Sunday and ask questions. Then we do coaching. So, okay, everything is there for you. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. The next one, same numbers, metal, all metal. So this one had a fire in this bedroom. You can kind of know why there was a fire started on the floor in his bedroom. Talk about that some more in a minute. Next one, I'm not going to go through all these. I'm going to do about 2 more, and then we're going to jump onto another topic. 7:30, I have a coaching. I have a coaching at 7:30. I have a coaching at 8. I have a coaching at 8:30. Yeah, so we're productive this evening. Lot number 8, 2 bed, 1 bath, 18K ARV again. It's 650. GMHU, please change this to 675 plus. Lot rent is 300 and asking 4,500 for this one. As you can see again, this one does not need as much work. I would pressure wash outside and paint that. It is so easy to paint these metal on metals. I mean, okay, clean it up. That's all it needs. Look at that. You got every appliance you need. It's even a microwave. Maybe that's some microwave or a little toaster. I want that toaster. Anybody get this one? All right, come on, Instagram. Working slow on me. So there you go. That's what you want to see. Okay. Panel. I see nothing wrong with it. None of the wires are pulled out from it, so there's not been any tampering with. That is great. I don't have to worry about that. So my understanding, even though they've been sitting for a while, and I'm doing a lot of conversating with the park operator and a manager, is no permits are needed for the power. So that's golden. But even if a lot of investors kind of shy away from, oh, it needs an inspection, it's a permit. That's nothing more than the city being cautious and playing safe. That's not just for mobile homes, but also for houses. If a house or a mobile home sits without power, okay, just because it's connected, it means if there was no extra power running to the mobile home or the house for X amount of time, and counties are different, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, half a year. If there's no power running to, they want you to do an inspection to make sure nothing is off and it'll catch on fire. They're playing by safe. So that's nothing more than getting a contractor to come over and do a quick little tour inspection on, sign it off saying, yes, I don't see anything harmful here, nothing that I can think that would trigger a fire, and you are good to go. Okay, so don't let that scare you. 3,500 for this one. Another metal on metal. I highly doubt that HVAC works, but I could be wrong. Hope I'm wrong. Another fridge, another stove. Okay, and again, look, that's what I want to see. Breakers there. I love when I see the major most expense you can have in a mobile home is a brand new roof, is all electrical, all plumbing. Everything else is cosmetics. So when I see roof checks out and paying attention, you got to pay attention to even the pictures. I'm looking for leaks, for damages. Everything else that looks good, that's great. That's just a bonus. Here's another one. Okay. Minimal. Look at the ceiling. Look at the walls. Do you see an extreme? This vinyl, I do not know why they continue to make this crap. These little square, you realize how much time it takes you to put a vinyl floor down when you put all these sticky things down? Like it's unreal. And which contractor is actually putting these so good intact that the wood is not being damaged when the resident is mopping or it gets wet? It's like unreal. You can get for the same price or low a section of roll vinyl. Come in, roll it out, cut it to where the size it fits. Good to go. Okay, takes a tenth of that time. So see, there's a few pictures over here as well. Look at that. I mean, that's a cleanup job. Touch it up, vacuum, good to go. Again, nothing extreme, nothing I'm seeing. Needs a new vanity top, or go ahead and get a new vanity. Probably get a top for that. I wouldn't get a whole new vanity. Doesn't look like it's ruined, but I don't know. All right, that's going to do it on that. I got a couple other things to talk on. So let me stop the sharing. There we go. So anyway, those are located in Warner Robins. So if you are interested, everything is being finalized as of tomorrow, maybe into Thursday, and we should be good to go. So get with us if it's an area you're interested in, or simply want to go do a tour. Welcome. I expect you, all of you. Okay, we do a thorough due diligence. We check the main things: taxes, liens, titles, documents, etc. But it's always, as a investor, it's like, take your contractor out there if you don't know what you're looking at, or do your homework, study the markets. Market makes sense. Mobile home is just comes after that, not the other way around. So do your homework on that and let us know. Okay, but that's let's see. So we went over those three deals and but on, yes, Athens. Okay, a few people had asked what happened to Athens. We did a review on that last week. It's going to be, I think, 27 mobile homes that are available. That is a park operator, great guy, nice guy. I had a good time out there meeting, walking the entire community. It is definitely a gem. I've never seen this park. I know nothing about it. It's hidden in, I mean, it's minutes from a Publix for the main, again, big distribution centers, etc. So those will be available as of June the 1st. So keep it in your back pocket. You let me know if it's something you're interested in. We can definitely set those up and y'all can go check those out as well as early as June. Wait till June, the closing's happening. When I say the closing, I'm talking about the park. The park operator owner is buying it. They're closing on it. So we got to wait till that time is done. Okay. All right. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. It's going to be join me. Check and call with Robert, our contractor. We'll be going over a few things. Some of you that are interested, want to get to learning about mobile home investing, have some questions for a contractor, join me Saturday. You will be able to ask him. He can answer you questions there. He's not for hire because he works for me full time, but we'll talk about that also. Okay. So, and then tomorrow night, do not forget tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. EST time. Oh, I almost forgot. 7 p.m. EST time. We have I'm going to show you my secrets to getting off market deals. How do you get deals? How do you attract sellers to sell to you, to message you, instead of going out there and doing door knocking or driving for quarters or dollars or whatever you want to call it? I'm going to show you my sources to social media, ways to do it physically, and the best way to connect. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. If you do not have the link, it's on our meetup, it's on our social media. Send me an email, j@garciamhu.com. We can send you that link. 10 days from tomorrow, 10 days, it is here. The shadow event is one of the last ones we're going to be doing. I don't know how many we'll do, but it's going to be the shadow event down in Central Georgia, might as well call it. It's not going to be in Griffin. It's not going to be in Macon. It's going to be between both of those cities. And we have about 7 mobile homes that are being rehabbed in that area. That's the goal. When we do these shadows, a lot of people ask us, why can't you just give me the address now? I don't know. We wait until it's closer to time because I want to give you as much value, as much education as possible. And we typically wait until about a couple weeks prior to. Now, we'll give you a idea of where it's going to be. But the actual community, we want to see where we have the most rehabs, the most contractors, the most handymans out there working, so that when we have this shadow, you have a lot to see. You get to see stages of something being rehab, stages of one that's never been rehab and it's in severe need, and those that are ready for the market. Contractors, handymans are going to be at this event as well. So that's the goal. But at this time, it's going to be, we know where it's going to be. It's going to be Central Georgia. If you have not signed up, I know there's only a couple seats available live in person, but there's plenty if you want to join us Zoom. So, and send us an email, because one thing that happens also with a lot of people is we'll get emails. Hey, Jay, something changed. I cannot attend in person. I have changed over into virtual. So that's plenty fine. I understand life happens, things happen. So if you cannot attend us live, join us virtually. But what happens is that opens a seat for somebody else. So we always ask anybody that signed up, if you're not going to attend, let us know as quickly as possible. All right. Let's see. I'll answer a couple of these questions and then I'll tell y'all my story. Ain't enough time for 30 minutes. Good evening, 0504. I can pronounce the first section. Where the mobile homes, Warner Robins. We went over Warner Robins, Centerville, and Moultrie. I have connects here in Charleston. Hot area, beautiful markets. I'm referring to numbers, by the way. Okay, connect Charles, and would like for you, absolutely send me an email, j@garciamhu.com. It's on the chats here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pin it. There you go. It's at the top. So send me an email, and we'd love to work for you. We're always connecting with boots on the ground, bird dogs, investors. I started this call saying connections, networking. We never stop. So, all right. So, drug dealer took my mobile home. They didn't take me nothing. They think they did. They think they took possession is what it is, and they did, I guess, for a sense. But it is I'll be slightly vague. I can only give so much information. But as of tomorrow, they have a writ, WRIT. That is basically the last finalized of an eviction. When tenants, residents don't pay, you go and file an eviction. It's a whole process of putting the paperwork. They get 7 days, they get served. They have to go answer to the court. If they don't, then there's an immediate writ that gets done, but it's also another delay. If they do go file they can go and file. I've had tenants go and file a response that said none of this is true or something crazy. The fact that they came in and responded to that, however, now you have to go to court. So it's not so much as it's a writ. Now you got to wait days for them to set it up on a calendar. You go. If you do go to court, most times those tenants, they were just buying themselves times. They don't show up. And if they show up, it's a lost case. It's pretty simple, cut, dry. This is where I say all your paperwork must be intact. I have been in more court cases than I want to be when it comes to this. And again, I don't say these things to scare you, but the more so motivates you to have all your stuff in order. But I've been in court where landlords, they try to be cheap. They didn't do the paperwork right. I wanted to save on this agreement. And the judge did not side with them. They didn't side with the tenant either, but it was basically, you're going to have to reschedule this for another time, get all this paperwork correctly. That's just wasting more time. And you got to think about, for us investors, we're sitting there paying lot rent every month. You could be sitting there paying lot rent on something that you're making no money. And now you're just upside down trying to get somebody out there. Hopefully they don't tear it up and rehab it, etc. So, things to deal with, but you learn from them. These tenants, it was a sweet lady that took over first when she came in. It was a rental. Okay. It was a rental. She came in. One thing to be worried about, if it's ever just a single guy, You got to keep eyes on that and make sure that you reiterate. If there's somebody else that's over the age of 18 moves into the property, we must be aware so we can do background, add them to the lease, etc. Same way around. If it's a lady and she has no man or anybody, I mean, people don't live alone for the most part. It's not in mobile homes. Okay. Typically, the issue is you got too many people living in a mobile home. So what happens is they usually have a friend, a boyfriend, a fiance. In this case, he's a fiance one day, then he's just a boyfriend. Next day, she doesn't like him, but he's living there. That's the thing, is he's living there. So what happens is they don't come in and do a lease with us, so we have no clue of them. And the reason behind it is because typically they have a record that would not be approved anyway. So they come in, they're sweet, they're nice, they get in there, let about a week go by, and then here comes boyfriend showing up, okay, or fiance. Well, it turns out that the fiance was out in the streets selling dope, if you will. That was his business, conducting. And once he moved in, he realized that it made a lot more sense if he didn't have to go out in the streets at night. He could just have people come through the back door. It was like a little drive-through. He just handed them what they needed. He made money, and everything was golden. Problem with that is more and more people were coming through there. Now the community is realizing what's going on. Now there's a lot of music. Now there's banging this. Now 3 in the morning, something's going on. So those are red flags. We're getting red flags happening. Now you would think this guy's got so much business and it's booming. Why can't he make a lot rent or rent? Well, most drug dealers are not very responsible, so they don't really care to pay your bills. So what happens is she got a little behind on rent, and a little behind, and a little behind, and then it was time for now we set an eviction. Since the eviction has taken place, he has tripled his business, which now he's getting a lot more money. Maybe he's just going to go buy a house or a car to operate out of. But these things happen in mobile homes. When you think about it, and this is where the stigma comes in. It's like people are like, oh, mobile homes, oh, Eminem, oh, this is the reason why. Shootings and stabbings, and I'm not going to get into that. We got a whole nother issue on that topic, but I'm not going to discuss this evening. A mentor of mine early on told me one thing, when I was getting into this, because my concern was always, what if I have to go to court? You will go to court. If you're in this business long enough, you're a landlord, lease options, it does not matter. You will go to court. So immediately I'm thinking, I don't want to deal with that. Who wants to go to court? Nobody raises their hand. I'll be in court tomorrow. Yay. But it's like, that will be part of the business. So the mentor told me early on is, Jay, you cannot get into this type of business scared. You cannot be worried. If you have to go to court, then so be it. You approach that when you cross that bridge, and then you obviously do the best that you can, and you always learn, but you always keep moving forward. So, and I took that to the heart because I realized, yes, these are sometimes you may have to evict somebody you think the best of. At the end of the day, this is a business. We operate as one, and it's like things that would not be tolerated from me the other way around, I'm not going to tolerate this way around. Does not mean you don't have to have a heart, but you got to realize that it's a business. Okay. So there's my story to that. I wish I could go a lot more in detail. Okay. Somebody said I should just JV with the guy if he's getting a killing out of that. That's not going to happen either. Okay. But anyway, join us Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We'll have our contractor on here. I got to get onto my coaching. If you are interested in any deals, any of you on this call here, send us an email. We'd love to connect with you. And I hope to see all of you join me at the Shadow. That's going to be May 20th in Central Georgia. Thank you for watching.